majestic sight. Undeniable proof of the song's rising power. A noble ruler, and the flourishing of gifted minds.
A brief respite.
Orchid Loop.
Mozi once built a wooden kite, 3 years to make, and 1 day to fall. Now the kite I've made can not only soar for days, scouting the enemy day and night without rest, it can also harness the Firestone, whistle out commands, and lead the battle charge. But when has there ever been a kite that soars forever? Still, even if it does fall one day, what is more important is how high it once flew, and how far. I have already reported to the prefect. The Jinming pool naval exercises are in position. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin. This year, the celestial phenomena are unusual. The cherry blossoms in the Imperial Garden are blooming all year round. It seems the Southern expedition will be a great victory. Such a magnificent scene. And the quintident is nearing completion. If we don't enjoy the flowers and feast, wouldn't it be a waste?
What I heard is that military pay was delayed since the Kaifeng currency crisis, and the quintident warship couldn't be finished on time. Hosting a banquet here. You're not really admiring cherry blossoms, are you?
Seeing through everything. You're not simple. The prefect, under the guise of watching the naval exercises, is hosting a banquet for distinguished guests here. Indeed, it's to raise military funds and prepare for the Southern campaign. Now with the internal strife in Qinghu, they can't even take care of themselves. Our army will march southeast and surely seize the middle reaches of the Yangtze River. By then, the upstream Shu Kingdom, the downstream Tang Kingdom, and Song will inevitably clash. At present, if we can use the power of the Navy to intimidate them, they will surely provide the military funds to get through this crisis.
What a brilliant move to scare the tiger by striking the mountain. I wonder, between Shu and Tong, who is the mountain and who is the tiger?
Both countries have now sent envoys, who linger around the Imperial Garden under the pretext of paying tribute. Pretending to tour is merely to spy on the naval strength of Jinming Pool. The prefect's banquet happened to fulfill their wishes. As for who is the mountain and who is the tiger, that will depend on themselves. The invitation is here. Please deliver it for me, young hero. As long as the message is delivered, there's no reason for them not to come. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin.
Imperial Garden. The seasons pass like poetry. Everyone's...
This time, I will not fail my father's trust.
Judging by your noble demeanor, you must be an envoy from another country. Am I right?
Good perception. I am Mang Xuanjia, the Crown Prince of Shu. What brings you to seek me?
The governor is hosting a banquet at Baojin Tower and has specially sent me to invite the distinguished guests to attend.
Oh? I've long heard of the fine wines and delicacies of the Great Song. This time, I'll go and experience them myself.
painted pinks. Evening rain curls.
The Jinming Pool Navy is truly extraordinary.
Greetings.
Greetings, young hero. I am Gui, the Vice Minister of Water Resources of Southern Tong. Young hero, what brings you here?
The governor has prepared a banquet at Baojing Tower and sent me to invite you.
A banquet? This, Young hero, please go ahead first. I will join you shortly.
Sorry for the interruption.
No need for formalities. Young hero, are you here for the banquet at Baojin Tower?
Yes. Once the guests are seated, the banquet can begin.
Thank you, young hero. I will join you shortly.
The Quintident warship towers with 5-deck citadels and stands over 30 meters tall, capable of mustering 1,000 warriors. This ship stands firm in the center of the army, as solid as a fortress. It is also equipped with 6 sets of giant stone catapults, each with the force of 1,000 cannons. Smashing nearby boats, big and small, is effortless.
This massive warship is so huge, sailing from the north to the Shanghai region. If the waterline changes, how do we stabilize the center of gravity?
Minister Gu has great insight. When sailing from the Bian River system into the Jianhuai region, the difference in water density causes uneven ship draft lines. Sui Dynasty Quintident relied on manual sand and stone ballasting for balance, and that slowed down its speed. But speed is crucial in war. Improved by the contraption techniques of the Maw Gate, this ship is now a far cry from its former self. Switch to water tank ballast, draw and discharge water locally, and adjust the waterline as easily as moving your arm. In this way, this ship can travel between the northern and southern waterways, as if entering an unguarded land.
Good. In the past, when the Sui dynasty conquered the Qin dynasty and unified the north and south, this ship was built to secure the Yangtze River. Lost to time, with the aid of the contraption techniques of the Maw Gate, it has finally reappeared. Once the final batch of military pay arrives, the southern expedition can be launched within 10 days. Honored envoys, although Shu and Tong follow the calendar of our great Song, Song regards both countries as brotherly nations. You've always been diligent with the annual tribute of money and grain. Now, Nanping and Wuping are in turmoil. The military governor of Wuping has sent a letter asking for help. The commoners of Jinghu are in dire straits. Bashu and Jiangnan are both along the Yangtze River, so they are likely to be generous in aiding those in need.
Jiangnan has already exhausted its national resources, having paid tribute 3 times this year alone. Countless gold, silver, and silk fabrics. It's really...
Lord Zhao, the military funds required by the Great Song have been transported with the Shu Kingdom's fleet. It is currently stationed outside the Huilong post, ready for delivery at any moment. Only 2 requests for the Song dynasty to fulfill. First, once the Song occupies the Yangtze River, they must not advance westward first. Second, They must hand over the restoration diagram of the five-toothed warship to the Shu Kingdom.
Okay. Please, esteemed envoy, after the banquet, enter Jinming Pool. Admire the great ship and hand over the diagram. Someone, draft the contract. Since the two countries have already made a treaty, General Rong, please hand over your talisman and lend it to the Shu envoy for a while.
The Baojun Tower is a majestic sight. Undeniable proof of the song's rising power. A noble ruler, and the flourishing.
The diagram of the five-toothed warship left after the Sui dynasty conquered Chen was originally preserved in our Shu Kingdom. Bringing the diagram back this time will not let down my father's decision to make me the heir.
Huh? How did the Song State manage to build it first?
It's all because of that brat. Back then, he gave a fake painting to my father for his birthday. He deserved to die. If it weren't for stealing the diagram and fleeing to Kaifeng, why would the Song dynasty offer such protection? Damn it! Before returning to Shu this time, I must catch him.
Today's banquet hosts honored talents invite.
General, why do you look so worried?
Young hero, you are ignorant. I have a close friend, the naval commander, Murong Yanzhao. He fell ill a few days ago. I sent people multiple times afterward, but I couldn't get any news from him. Since you are a guest of honor, General Rong, if you have the chance to inquire about his recent situation, I will surely reward you handsomely.
A brief respite.
Orchid Loom, Coral Reef.
The 14 states north of the river have yet to be recovered, and Jiangnan is on the verge of danger. Alas.
Despite the nation's decline, Jinling remains a city of revelry and song.
Lord Zhao, this move is rather hasty. The diagram is the highest military secret of the Navy. Handing it over to Shu like this will harm the battle situation on the Yangtze River.
Right now, military provisions are the most important. If we don't send troops now, once Jinghu is pacified, where will we find such a good opportunity again? With you here today, isn't it heaven's will to aid me?
Speak. What do you want me to do?
Jinming Pool is currently concentrating its military forces for drills, leaving our defenses weak. In such a crucial military town, the envoy of Shu naturally brings only one close attendant. As long as you intercept the talisman on him before boarding, board the ship first and take the diagram. The theft of the diagram not only would not count as a breach of contract, I could also first accuse him of the crime of losing a talisman in the state of Shu.
Stealing from oneself. The thief cries thief. How shameless of you.
Haven't you heard? Steal a hook and you're executed. Steal a kingdom and you're made a lord. The gates of lords naturally hold benevolence. If we can swiftly unify the North and South, wouldn't that be the most benevolent act of all?
Young hero, the Song's quintident warship has already drained the national treasury, burdening both the military and civilians. If Bashu also obtains this map, not only will it waste resources and harm the people, but the stalemate in the Yangtze River battle will likely not be a blessing for the common folk.
In that case, I'll make a trip and bring the diagram back.
Banquet is about to end. The Shu envoy will depart immediately. Jinming Pool is currently conducting exercises heavily guarded. Please follow me, young hero.
Behold, the Quintident warship.
Exactly. The towering ship has 5 decks, stands over 100 feet tall, and can accommodate 1,000 warriors. 6 giant hammer poles are set up around, hanging high on all sides. And the ship's hull is as majestic as a grand mansion. Once the giant hammer falls from above, the enemy ship will be shattered to pieces. Wang Zhen's tower ship sailed down to Yizhou and dimmed the royal Jinming. It's been 5 years since Emperor Shuzong commissioned this pond for naval training in Kaifeng.
Breathtaking indeed.
This unprecedented in scale. I've returned my talisman. I can't go further from here. It's all on you now, young wanderer. The envoy of Shu has arrived at the palace hall. The Navy is conducting drills, and this place is heavily guarded. When approaching the Quintident, do not alert the garrison troops.
With so many guards, how can we get close to the envoy of Shu?
Naturally, we'll first survey the terrain, plan, and then act. The flank is well guarded. They have even dispatched elite bugle soldiers. It would be unwise to attempt entry there. By then, the entire Jinming pool will be on high alert, and the boarding passages will be sealed. The water functions as a natural defense. Even the most excellent swimmer will not be able to swim that far. With this distance, even the best swimmer would be powerless. A frontal attack is out of the question. The entire route is lined with officials and soldiers come to greet the later Shu envoy. An unwise charge will only alert the enemy. However, I've already left something for you to step on, at the mast of the Haihu ship and at the eaves of the hall. With this, you can spring upward and reach higher ground. Proceeding across the eaves, you could approach the water in front of the square quietly. The willows by the water will be your best cover when it comes time to dive. There is no way for us to get to the banks with all of those soldiers and officials around. Perhaps you could hold your breath and enter the outlet from underwater. This way, you will be able to approach their handover points and secretly obtain what you need to know. Before boarding the Quintident warship, make sure not to alert the official troops.
The military funds are at Huilong Station. After obtaining the five-tooth warship diagram, we can finalize the deal.
I still need to stay here to oversee military drills, so I can only accompany you this far for now. Please, esteemed envoy, take my military talisman and head to the dock to board the warship. General Murong has been waiting for a long time. The diagram is on the top floor of the ship. As you inspect the warship, you can take it back with you.
The authentic blueprint is on board. We will stick to the plan.
Your Highness, is this five-tooth warship really that powerful? Is it worth using so much military funds to exchange for a single diagram?
Why are you so unambitious? Haven't you thought about it? After occupying the middle reaches of the Yangtze, where should this great ship sail next? If not Jiangnan, then Bashu.
Your Highness, I understand.
What have you understood?
The meaning of today's banquet is, whoever doesn't pay up will be the next one to get hit.
Finally, some progress. This tribute of military provisions can ensure the peace of our Shu Kingdom for 3 to 5 years. Seizing this opportunity, if we work hard, we can also build this five-tooth warship. In the future, we might still be able to fight against Song.
Your Highness.
Why do you talk so much?
Your Highness, I wanted to ask, why do we have to personally board the ship to retrieve the diagram of the great warship? Could there be any trickery here?
What trick could there be? Even in war, envoys are not beheaded. Zhao Guangyi, that guy, killed 2 birds with 1 stone. Firstly, by showing off the five-tooth warship to us. Secondly, by taking the opportunity to retrieve the talisman. It seems the Zhao family is about to kill the donkey after grinding the flour.
By order, verify the boarding talisman.
Excuse me, how do I use this boarding talisman?
Sail to the military port on the opposite shore.
Esteemed envoy, please board the ship and wait. Once the documents are exchanged, we will set off at once for the military port on the far bank and board the warship. Esteemed envoy, please board the ship and wait. Once the documents are exchanged, we will set off at once for the military port on the far bank and board the warship.
Who goes there?
Tell me, is General Rong really the adopted daughter of General Murong?
It can't be fake. Otherwise, how could the Tiger Talisman of the Navy be entrusted to her?
Who goes there? You rebel!
For the others, you'll have to ask around.
Dawn is coming, and they're about to awaken. You have to get out of here.
No honor is owed to the honorless. The world is fickle. Hearts change easily. Will you collect his corpse?
Looks like he's quite drunk. Better check ahead.
Drunk this cup dry of that, I am sure. This clamor of war ends now. You end. There's no turning back now. I don't have much time left. The person I've wronged the most in my life is you. If someone could restore the past, unlock the portrait contraption, if we could get these diagrams out, there might still be a chance. I'm not trusted your family to me. But have you ever thought that if the court won't spare you, how could they spare me? Off to the southern front again. I'm but a hollow shell now. Death means nothing to me. If it weren't out of spite for my betrayal, how could your daughter have ended up like this? The 4 sons of the military are now divided. It all started when he became the emperor. The Yin regions remain unreclaimed. The birds still fly, but the fine bow is broken. hanging the portrait of the late Emperor high, refusing to serve the new dynasty, is nothing but a desire for death. Xiao Guangying refused to pacify and sent us brothers to personally quell the rebellion. Brother Shi was the first to support the cause. Back when the army returned to Chenshao, he opened the city gate. He opened the city gate for Xiao Guanyin, but he broke his golden halberd and resigned his post, vanished into darkness. People say he made weapons illegally, hoarded wealth, ignorant of the fact that if it weren't for secretly paying a large sum of military expenses to the court, how could he ensure his safety?
This floor panel looks like it opens. Oil tanks with ignition triggers? Is it her? If that ship blows, heaven help us. We need to stop this.
I didn't expect him to have actually snuck onto the ship.
The command room is ahead. Let's search.
How about we ask General Murong if he's seen anybody suspicious?
He'll trust someone mad. The whole ship's General Murong's playground now.
True. The entrance is already sealed, so finding him is just a matter of time.
We're in trouble, brother. He solved General Wrong's contraption. Tell the General, quick! Stop him at the ballast room. Can't let him reach the Forbidden Zone.
How you been?
Stop!
Give your name.
How you there?
Stop!
What?
how you get.
Stop! Stop!
Leave the quintident diagram. When Sui conquered Chen and unified the north, it was the quintident that secured the Yangtze. My goal in life has always been the pursuit of ingenuity and technical perfection. Born into chaos and eventually conquering the world. I should die without regret. But this path, the obsession is rooted too deep, and I find there's no turning back. Do you remember the Moist teaching of non-aggression? Wage no war on the innocent. Serve no lords unjust.
It's you! You tampered with the diagram! It's you who's trying to obstruct the Southern campaign!
What's done is done. No point in going on. Leave the quintident diagram. When Sui conquered Chen and unified the north, it was the quintident that secured the Yangtze. My goal in life has always been the pursuit of ingenuity and technical perfection. Born into chaos and eventually conquering the world. I should die without regret. But this path, the obsession is rooted too deep. And I find there's no turning back. Do you remember the Moist teaching of non-aggression? Wage no war on the innocent. Serve no lords unjust.